So first, I want to make a distinction that I'm not talking about physical abuse or mental or emotional or spiritual or existential crises or trauma or something that's going on within your family or a loss of a loved one or health problems or not having enough money for basics like food and shelter and that kind of stuff, relationship problems. I'm not talking about like real aspects of depression that I do have sympathy for. And so this is not about like a depression doesn't exist thing. And me myself, I'm a very happy person. I'm very upbeat. I've never considered myself like depressed or in a depressed state. Like I've had better days than others, but for me, that's never been my path. But I want to touch on some of the aspects of depression that people call depression that aren't actually depression. And I'm talking about the fringe people of I don't have this car this other guy has. I don't make this money this other guy makes. My muscles aren't as big. He's getting married and I'm still single. Or um, I'm married and he's single and has freedom. Or he's doing that thing I'm not doing. Or he has this like amount of followers I don't have. Like this comparative bullshit that has nothing to do with where you should be by a certain age. I know that's relative too because everyone was given different information at different times, it has different circumstances, so you can't really judge someone on what they know by a certain time. But just take this example. Two people know each other from birth to college graduation. Say they go to the same grade school, the same junior high, the same high school, the same college, just through and through, just from birth to college. Two kids, they know each other up until age 22, college graduation. So now they go into the world. One of them still wants to drink and party. The other one's applying for jobs, trying to get into the economy, trying to get their life together, maybe move out of their parents' house. If the other person looks at that and starts comparing, or like, oh, I came from the same place, or that's not depression. That's not like, just like it's people a lot of times compare their lives based on what they think they should be doing, based on what they thought life was, based on the information they were given, based on what they thought the goal was. So they see people that they think came from the same place, like their family or their friends, classmates, coworkers, all these groups, and they already make evaluations. So because of personal history, they don't understand some basic things. It's like seeing someone start a construction company later in life, and you don't know anything about construction yourself. You've never picked up a hammer. You've never picked up power tools. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to build anything. But because you have personal history with this guy, you think you should be that guy in some sort of context because where did your life go? Or like, well, like how come you can't get things together? How come you don't own a company? Like it just these weird evaluations when some things are so obvious. Like you just really should not be this person, and here's why. And a lot is relative. A lot's up in the air. A lot is open for debate. But some things are just so clearly not you, and sometimes you just have to give credit to someone. Like if someone is getting married, it's congrats on the marriage. That's what it is. It's not like life reflection time. It's not life reevaluation time. It's not, oh, how come I don't have a girlfriend? It's congratulations on the marriage. That's what it is, And so with a lot of these people that say that they're depressed or have anxiety or mental illness or, woe is me, a lot of it's just fucking bullshit. And, we can't say that nowadays because it's offensive and how dare you make light of depression. But it's like, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about these bullshit people that use that as an excuse. At a certain point, just certain things have to click. And I know it's different for everyone, and it's relative to everyone by like where someone should be at a certain point. But a lot of it with depression and people that think they're depressed or think they're going through something, it's just stupid comparative bullshit. And you really got to understand that it's really the basics and the necessities: food, water, health, shelter. And the older you get, the more you've got to be in tune with that stuff. And yes, you're going to have evaluations on people. You're going to have personal history. You're going to make evaluations on what you think someone deserves and doesn't deserve. But look at it this way too. If someone is just watching Hollywood movies where there's actors playing fake roles for millions of dollars and they're not thinking anything of it, and they're looking at Instagram celebrities they don't know with millions of followers, millions of dollars, and they don't care, they don't think about it. But then when it just happens to be someone on Facebook, someone from their own city, a family member, a friend, a classmate, or a coworker or whatever, every little thing is like, oh, how come they're doing that? How come they're on vacation? Like someone will be on vacation and the person gets depressed, but then they'll watch a movie that was filmed in that same location. The only difference, it was a stranger. So you really got to, think about what's actually depression.